Hey, welcome back to part 2 of this. As I was turning off in the other one, like I said, I was hitting like the F11 key, trying to reboot, hit the Control Alt Delete button, go into like the task menu. I was doing everything, and I don't know, maybe the battery, it's just time for the battery to be upgraded to a new battery. Maybe that's just the problem. Because, I've been trying, going into menus and stuff and hitting all the special, hidden PC keys. Like, you gotta hold down the F11 for like 4 seconds. You gotta hit the Control Alt Delete, but you have to hit it on the right side, not the left side, to bring up the task menu and stuff. Believe me, I was going through every single thing that there is to, like, quit on, hold the buttons down, count how many sentences and stuff. So, my logical conclusion is the battery be dead and it's time to get a brand new battery. Although that may not be the best case scenario because it's a HP Pavilion, so a year packed Pavilion. So if it's a Pavilion model, you know how long that's been out. Like, oh my god, like 5-7 years now going on. Yikes, it's been a long time. And as you know, in the PC world, laptops are faster, processing data and stuff, but they have a 2-year lifespan, while desktops are a bit slower and they have about a 4-year lifespan. So this thing is way past its prime. It's still kicking, but unfortunately now I gotta keep it like locked down in one place as a desktop mode just to go online with it. So hopefully it's the battery, which hopefully it wouldn't cost that much. Maybe like a Best Buy would have one for that model, but who knows? Because like I said, it's like what, 5-7 years old now. So that's why nowadays I can't, take the laptop, put it here on the use table, station stand, and zoom and show you. Oh, see, that's what it says. That's how it's actually spelled on the WBBA wiki forum. Don't tell me I'm saying E flat wrong when it's supposed to be E flat or E fleet. You can see it. That's how it's spelled. And point the things out. Yep. You want to know where you go to get information? Right there. There's the website. You don't even have to type it in. I'll just type it in. You know what I mean. Like, I'll show you the information. What year, month, cost. Well, it's the Japanese list price and all that stuff that I used to do. But computer's not working, so I gotta do what I gotta do in one bad for. And be like, okay, this one has this many tabs, and then what was the rest of them? This, so yeah, that's why I feel like, why is this video taking so long? It's like in 2 parts, while the other videos were like, a little bit faster. That's why. Wish I had better stuff that was working, but when you got like a 5 to 7 year old computer, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, it still runs, but unfortunately, it just doesn't run as a complete laptop. It now kind of runs as a desktop. So what I mean by a portable desktop is, it's a laptop, so it's portable, where I don't have to be lugging around, a keyboard, a monitor, and all the other stuff that you have to lug around, like the tower. Why ain't this thing opening up? Dang it! Opening it 2 little tape things. So yeah, here it kind of shows you all the different ones, like generous Veltriats, recovered. And by the way, they are coming out with more bays, and they are going to be recovered. Now, I think there was a couple bays before generous Veltriats. There was the original Veltriats redone a couple different colors, and then there was the complete black version, which was the evil one, which we never really saw in the show. So maybe that was, something from the Japanese manga or something. That came with a Bay case, which was our first case here, to store the Beyblades in, because if you remember the like 4Ds, the Metal Fusion ones, each one you got like a bay and a case to put in, and then you could put the other bays in there. Yeah. And then now they're just selling the black Veltriats without the case, just as a random, just as a weather booster. I wanted to say random booster because the card told me, but no, it's a weather signal booster, not a dual booster, but signal booster. Yeah. So I think with this one, and then all the recolors of this one, including the evil one, which is just a black recolor of this one. Then was this one with its recolors, and then I think finally it did go to generous. I've been talking so much, it's hard to catch my breath and talk. Geneset Veltriats. You know what? I'm just going to call it what they call it, God Genesis Veltriats. Or I'm just going to drop the name short, so it's a little bit easier to say my breath, God Veltriats, because technically this one is the God Bay version, obviously. And then there's Wyvern, there's Fenrir, which I think kind of is the same color that I showed off in that one that came with the tricolor launcher. There's War, which kind of looks now like a yellowish golden thing. Over here, there's just showing off the two bays that came with it. And here's all the stats, which we'll go over and stuff. Although I do have a feeling this video might be a 3-part video. So we have Genesis Veltriats. What the hell is it? You know what, let me open these up. Oh wow. Okay. Then, oh wow, this is actually pretty neat and nifty. If we look at how they come packaged, they almost come packaged like if you bought a random booster. Or if you bought an individual random layer. Like the Takari Tomy random layers. Or Takari Tomy random boosters, volume, whatever the heck they're on. That you wanted to pick up. That's kind of what they remind me of. Like if you got them out, the random layers slash boosters, depending on which one you got. Which is, pretty cool. So let's get this all open up here and take away our bay parts here. So they didn't do any like tie downs on there. They just went complete Takari Tomy on this. For at least for how they package the bays, which I kind of appreciate. Because this way you're not trying to get your scissors or your knife in there to get that stupid little tie downs that they put on there and stuff. So yeah, that is like really boss awesome. So Genesis Veltriats, right up in here. Come on. There you go. Hopefully we can get the QR code. There we go. There's the QR code. Pretty awesome. And it's supposed to have a spring attack, which means when it gets hit, yeah, not that much of a spring attack. I mean, you can see springs in there from the top and the bottom here a little bit. Well, it's a little bit easier to see the spring on the top here, right there, which actually has a very small spring, and it doesn't really have that much power. I mean, if it had a little bit bigger spring, or maybe if the spring was a little bit higher power strength and thicker spring, and then it would do a lot better, but yeah. And then, looking at the faces here, going from, let's see if I could get these in here, like this. So this one, the face is kind of off to the side. This one, again, the face is off to the side, and we kind of see it a little bit more detailed. And this one, we see the face forward. We got the V, or the double V, 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 and then this one, the VV, so double V type of thing. Which, here's something that's kind of odd. They said that Veltriats is the Odin's right-hand maiden, which is a lady who is on a winged horse, so a Pegasus. It's a lady that's riding a Pegasus. But when we actually see Ahoy call out Valtriats, or Genesis Valtriats, or whatever. Just to say Valtriats because it is pretty much the Valtriats. It's actually a male knight on a horse. And the horse doesn't look like it has wings, which doesn't make any sense because Valtriats is supposed to be a lady on a Pegasus. And here we got a dude on a horse. Like, what the heck was that? Like, did Hasbro not even let their history? I don't know if it's happened in, Takara Tomy, but I bet it probably didn't because, Takara Tomy in Japan, they're awesome. They actually know their history and stuff and folklore. Well, Hasbro's like, no one knows that it's supposed to be a lady, but we'll just put a guy on there. The horse is supposed to have wings like a Pegasus, but let's just put it as a weather horse. Actually, I'm mistaken. I mean, it does have wings, but you get what I'm saying. They kind of messed up on it. So, this here, let's take this apart. If I line this up right. So, our forged disc, it sits. It has another sits on it, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little wings on there. And it is a 2-star. And our PC, or plastic frame, as I like to call this, they call it like a dual frame. What the heck do they call this? 2-part forged disc. They're calling this a 2-part forged disc. I'm calling like the Beyblade Metal Fight series, the 4D version, where they had like the plastic frame with the PC, which was plastic frame. Yeah, this one has it has V for Vortex. So this is Vortex. So sits Vortex. Let me kind of get this all lined up here. Twist to lock it in place. And then the driver here is called Reboot, which I'm not sure which way you put the driver, but it kind of like, I'm expecting